Lookalike lady.
Hi, I'm Denise Bella Velasquez. I started my career as a world-renowned Madonna impersonator, working in film, TV, print, stage, and even for Madonna herself. Along the way, I wrote 2 books, started my own talent agency, and have guided hundreds of people, just like you, to begin a career as a celebrity lookalike. I'm considered an expert in this industry, and I continue to groom new talent daily. And that is why I am known as Bella, the Lookalike Lady.
The Lookalike lady.
So tell me, like, what is your act? I mean, it's obviously Michael Jackson tribute. Do you guys?
Okay, this is different eras. I'm the Thriller era, and I do the bad era also. He could do the off the wall and bad, but you know he have makeup to look like bad era, the light skin, and he could do the dangerous and bad. So it's different eras, and we you know the songs similar to our eras, and that's what we're good at. Our that tracks.
How long have you guys been doing this?
Michael? We've been doing it since he disappeared, so like 5 years ago.
Okay, that's how it came about?
Yes, and that's how we met in the clubs, and they was playing Michael Jackson. And he's from Modesto, I'm from Tracy, San Francisco.
Okay.
So yeah, we're trying to get together, and it's not a competition, we work together.
That's cool.
And yeah, trying to see what's good.
So have you guys been hired by agencies ever? Or?
Not yet.
No, not at all.
No.
So you're not really pursuing any kind of lookalike work in your area?
I tried to. There's this guy named Kevin. What's his name?
Mulligan Management. Kevin Weiler.
Kevin Weiler. Yeah, I've spoken with him via email.
Right.
And he said, "Are you willing to come out in Las Vegas? Where do you live?" And I think he added me to the roster.
Yeah.
I got in contact with the Legends concert in Las Vegas.
Okay.
Just different things.
Yeah.
Trying to get some exposure.
Yeah, because it's really, really important, I think, to start working as an impersonator, that you guys have something under your belt, performing-wise.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? So, meet and greet. Have you done that thing at all, or
Yes,
you've
indeed.
done some meet and greets?
Meet and greet.
Yeah. I mean, obviously you're doing that when you're out performing on the streets. People come out and pose and take your pictures and want you to sound like Michael Jackson.
Yes.
But there's like a whole circuit of just meet and greet, right? Do you guys?
Yeah, like corporate wise,
Yeah.
name brand companies.
Right.
I haven't had that much experience, but I have references from, many people, families,
Yeah, it's super important. Like even kids' parties and stuff like that. That's kind of how my career started many years ago. Just constantly doing bar mitzvahs and birthday parties, and just kind of really working out all your kinks on
We've
that.
done all that.
Yeah, you've done
Any
that.
weddings does not matter. All of that. But as far as Google hiring us to do something where there's recognition with the company, they haven't had that experience. But yeah.
I just booked Michael Jackson last weekend for a GQ shoot.
Wow.
Yeah, a guy named Peter Carter, who's more of a performance artist type of performer, but really good with his makeup. But it's super important, as far as. Are you guys aware of the other tribute artists that they're out there performing as Michael? Because there's a couple really big shows.
Oh, yes.
I need to send somebody that's going to be charming to the client, gracious, professional. So Pete got that gig. So, that's something really. This is an industry of a business. So everything should be handled as a business, even though it feels personal to you guys because it's your heart and soul. It's a tribute to Michael. Everybody loves Michael, so it feels personal in your heart. But it's also important that you handle it absolutely as a business. You kind of have to set aside your personal feeling about something and make sure your marketing is as good as it should be.
Yeah.
Your marketing, your costumes, your makeup, your hair, your presentation, because your presentation is only going to get you the jobs that your presentation looks like. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you have beautiful marketing materials, the corporate clients with the money are going to go, we want that. So that's the first most important thing. You know, it really doesn't matter how much you look like Michael or how great of a dancer you are. It's the package of everything all together. Your marketing, your act, your personality.
Your attitude, yes.
Yeah, when you go to meet the people that are booking you, that they have a connection with you. And I personally book people that I have a loyal relationship with and I know are good people first, and then the talent comes second. So I'm glad that I can meet you guys face to face and see who you are and what you're doing. As far as your show, is it like choreographed? Is it, you know, how much time have you guys put in? I think the tribute to his life is a super cool idea. I love that. You know, we can never get enough Michael, and I love this. It makes me feel very nostalgic to see you, because that was my first love, is that Michael. And maybe you're exposing new generations that never got to see that Michael. Keeping his image alive is a super cool thing. I think you guys are doing a great thing. And just know that to get work, you're going to need to be as up to par as the guys that are out there working. So that just means doing it as much as you can do it. You know, working as much as you can work. Contacting people like me, because the thing with lookalike work is you're all free agents. That means unless you have a manager.
No.
You don't have a manager. You don't need a manager. You don't need a manager. You just need maybe somebody like me that's going to point you in the right direction to market yourself to everyone. Like you were saying, Kevin, and when I worked as Madonna, I had 400 or 500 companies that I worked for. And I was always, this was before internet, so I was always like looking through the yellow pages, and I was always looking for somebody that could hire me. And that never stopped, so that I had to put equal time into my costume, my dancing, and then finding agents. So that I would say a couple times a week, 3 times a week, one of you guys should be looking for the agents. One of you guys should be like cleaning up the choreography of the show. One of you guys should be like, let's polish up our costumes and make them like pristine and perfect. Each one of you guys as a team can just keep cleaning up different parts. I don't see why you guys couldn't be working for agents, you know, and getting paid right. But you're going to get paid for the time that you put into it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So you're a Madonna person?
I've worked for.
You look like her.
Thank you. I've actually worked 28 years.
Wow.
I'm more of the agent lady nowadays. I actually have I've written 2 books, like how to in this industry. And I also have a YouTube channel called The Lookalike Lady. And it's just like training people, because I get emails like every single day. I want to start, blah, blah, blah. How do I do it? So I talk about my own experiences of how to do it and give advice. But I worked with Madonna. Yeah, that was my goal as an impersonator. I'm like, I got to meet her. I got to work with her.
Wow.
And I got, I did it. I wrote a list of everything that I wanted to do, and I did it. But I was so dedicated. I learned one thing about Madonna, and that's she's a businesswoman. And she's a shrewd business person. So that doesn't mean you have to be rude, but it means learn the business side of the entertainment industry. People that do that survive, right? Michael was like on top of his game, always, with his business, his music. Anybody that works with Michael will tell you, it's like he knows what he wants. He doesn't stop until he does that. Right?
Never had a childhood. It's just pure music.
Always work.
Always.
And I think that was his joy also, but he was a businessman. He's a businessman. He's a smart businessman. So, take that part of Michael as well. You know what I mean? Take that part of Michael that had a vision and didn't ever give up. Didn't let anybody tell him he couldn't do it.
And always keep positivity, because if you think negative, then you'll sink.
You know what? That's the way. That's the truth. Keep your goodness, no matter how much you'll get in this industry, no matter how much work you get, how many famous people and blah blah blah. And that's kind of your obligation as Michael tributes, because that's what Michael would do.
The Lookalike Lady.